From KTVN, this is 2 News Nevada, Morning Edition.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday, and thank you for starting your day with us. I'm Kyle Louder.
I'm Michaela Hardy.
And we'll get you right back over to Barrett Vincent now, our meteorologist, so you can start your morning with your forecast. Good morning, Barrett.
Good morning, and oh man, I'm excited it's Friday today.
We all are.
Yes.
You didn't see his little happiness he just did right before we came on air.
Right. I mean, you guys would be laughing at home if you saw that. But as far as temperatures this morning, it's pretty mild with 20s and 30s. Nice, calm conditions continue as false spring is among us today. I'll take you through that in just a second, what I mean by that. Warm temperatures and dry air takes over. All the clouds continue to press to our north. We'll be dodging that this weekend with mild temperatures in the 20s and 30s, but then 50s and 60s this afternoon. That's what I mean by false spring. I said it in the dog walking forecast. Bring some dog for the dogs on your walk today. Bring an extra water bottle with you to work. I mean, it's warm, it's dry. We are in the desert and it feels like spring. Kind of a shock for the month of January going into February. I'll go through what you can expect this weekend, and yeah, I mean, it's going to be nice. So stick around for my full forecast. I'll take you through this weekend.
Sounds good. Thank you, Barrett. New this morning, President Donald Trump says he'll nominate former Federal Reserve Governor Kevin Warsh to be the next Fed chair. Warsh would replace Jerome Powell when his term expires in May.
And around the nation this morning to Washington, D.C., a Senate Democratic source tells CBS News that a deal has been reached to pass 5 spending bills needed to fund a large portion of the government for the rest of the fiscal year and avoid a shutdown. So under this agreement, a 6th bill funding the Department of Homeland Security would be removed. Instead, lawmakers would vote to keep funding at current levels for 2 more weeks, and that would give time for talks on how to reform ICE following the shooting deaths of 2 U.S. citizens by federal agents in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Enough is enough. What ICE is doing outside the law is state-sanctioned thuggery, and it must stop.
This is not to solve problems. If he cared about this, why didn't he do it when they had power? If they cared about putting control on ICE, they could have done this.
Democrats are looking to change the rules governing warrants, put an end to roving patrols, require body cams be worn by agents, and then ban agents from covering their faces. U.S. Senator of Nevada Jackie Rosen says she voted against a government funding package that included full-year funding for ICE. In a statement, Senator Rosen says that ICE is, quote, out of control. She also says that she, quote, is ready to work with Republicans to pass the other appropriations bills separately and enact common sense reforms that will hold ICE agents to the same standards as our local law enforcement, end quote.
President Trump wants this fixed, and I'm going to fix it.
President Trump's new man in charge of immigration enforcement in Minnesota says there could be a drawdown in the number of agents in the Twin Cities, but only if they get access to local jails to find immigrants who have committed crimes. Tom Homan's arrival in the state this week was met with some optimism from state and local leaders who still want ICE out of Minnesota.
One great American city is experiencing an invasion. That is an invasion on our democracy, on our republic, and on each and every one of us.
Federal agents also recently spent 10 days in Maine, where the Department of Homeland Security says they made more than 200 arrests in just the first 5 days. And protests against ICE enforcement continue to break out at schools around the country, including at Carson High School.
That's right. Yesterday, Carson High School students held a walkout protest, and today at Washoe County School District, expecting students to do the same. Rob Habs joins us in the newsroom this morning with details. So, Rob, how are these school districts responding to these walkouts?
Yeah, Kyle. So earlier this week, Carson City and Washoe County school districts both put out statements regarding these protests, stating, quote, while WCSD understands and respects the purpose of these events, its first priority is educating our students without disruption to instruction. In order for WCSD to carry out this mission, students must attend school. Students at the protest yesterday in Carson had this to say.
half of us are Mexican, and we're here to support our country and protect those people that are getting deported around the world.
It's connecting people of all races, white, black, Mexican, it doesn't matter. It's just getting everybody connected and just standing up for what's right.
In a statement, the school district said that this protest, along with any others in the future, are not school-sanctioned activities, meaning they cannot supervise them to make sure that all students are staying safe. Earlier this week at a town hall, Reno Chief of Police Catherine Nance stated that they are monitoring these student protests.
Several high school students have expressed interest in a demonstration during school hours and walking out of school. We've been in contact with the Washoe County School District Police. They will be the ones that are primarily handling those events at the different school site, but we are there prepared to provide and lend any support.
Carson High students who did participate in yesterday's protest were marked tardy or absent. Washoe County School District is expected to do the same with students who are walking out today. Covering the story, Rob Halves, 2 News Nevada.
Thank you so much, Rob. In Crime Beat now, Maxwell Elementary School was briefly locked down while police investigated a report of shots heard near the campus. Sparks police say it was done as a precaution. There was no actual threat to the school itself.
Also in Crime Beat, Reno police made 3 arrests after seizing more than 1,000 pounds of drugs along with more than $350,000 in cash. During a months-long investigation into a drug trafficking organization, detectives found almost 70 pounds of marijuana, more than 1,000 pounds of THC vape cartridges, 151 grams of ketamine, as well as a variety of other drugs. They also found 6 guns. Police arrested 25-year-old Andrew Olivia, 25-year-old Joel Constantino, and 24-year-old Nicholas Laginos on multiple charges.
Yeah, the Douglas County Sheriff's Office is asking for help finding a person of interest in a series of burglaries. They say the person on your screen right there stole multiple appliances from the Walmart in Gardnerville between March and December of last year. It's almost the entire year. So if you recognize her, if you have any information that can help, you're asked to contact the Sheriff's Office, Douglas County Sheriff, at the number right there on your screen. And the Washoe County Medical Examiner's Office says 35-year-old Lucas Avery was found dead in a bathroom at Baldini's Sports Casino and Restaurant earlier this month. The cause and the manner of death are still under investigation.
This is what justice looks like for this family, for this community, for our country.
Looking around the nation, a former Illinois sheriff's deputy convicted of murdering Sonia Massey more than a year ago has been sentenced to 20 years in prison. Back in July 2024, Sean Grayson and another deputy arrived at Massey's home after she called 911 to report a possible intruder. The officers appeared to be having a normal discussion with Massey when she lifted a pot of hot water from the stove. Grayson then shot the woman in the head, claiming he feared she would throw the water on him. Grayson was fired by the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office shortly after the shooting.
And 7 people associated with a youth hockey team from California are hurt while another is dead after an out-of-control snowplow slammed into their van in Colorado.
Everybody involved that was brought to us was pretty banged up. Some of the adults have internal injuries that are going to require treatment from our trauma team. Fortunately, the children have a lot of bruises and scrapes and cuts.
The driver of that van, who was a parent of one of the players, is the one who died.